changes since initially last week. You guys get to be hooded today. That's the biggest one, okay? So Dr. Kindness is your marshal on the entrance side. Everybody will be entering the stage from the right side, as you face, is your right, okay? You come up the ramp, so when your row starts, she'll ask you to stand up as a row, okay? So bring you up there to position you where to go. You will come up on the stage with your hood over your right arm. Fold it over your right arm. As you walk on the stage, you will walk behind the podiums, and behind myself and Dr. Spadone, who will be right here calling names. There is 2 big feet planted on the floor up here with a sign that says, please face forward for a picture. You stand here. Either Dr. Quadu, McGuire, or Labad will be hooding you. You'll hand them your hood. You'll crouch down a little bit so they can put it over your shoulders easily without problems knocking your head off. Girls, they're going to mess up your hair. Probably happens every year. Okay? When you get to the top of these stairs, or this ramp, you can take off your mask if you want.
Yes.
Okay? When you get to the bottom of this stairs, put it back on as you wait for your picture over here in this little photo booth area. You can take it off again for that photo, but when that photo is over, the mask has to go back on. Are there any questions?
When can we take the mask off?
As soon as you get to the top of the ramp and you're on this platform.
Oh, so.
Okay? As soon as you're on this platform, you can take it off. Okay? Come to this spot where there's the 2 feet, that's either Dr. Spadone or myself. Crouch, we'll put the hood on you, and you process immediately off the stage. After you look forward to get a picture, okay? They'll usually give you a nod to take your picture. That's really it from my standpoint. Are there any other questions?
Where does our tassel go right now?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I graduated a lot of years ago. I don't remember. To the right. To the right. So it's on your right, and when you're done, once you've graduated, you can turn it to your left. Okay, Dion, are you here yet?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Where the heck were you hiding? You didn't sign in or anything, man.
I did.
Okay. Everyone's here. Everybody's ready. 10:30 on the nose. We will start this celebration, which is 5 minutes from now. So go ahead and talk to your neighbors. Please stay where you're at so I don't have to regather you again.
At this time, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Almighty and ever-present God, as we gather today for this day of celebration and dedication of these new doctors of podiatric medicine, we pause to give you thanks. Thank you for the many talents, known and unknown, that you have bestowed upon these young neophyte doctors. Thank you for the talented faculty and leadership of the Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine and their dedication to the principles of academic enlightenment. Thank you for the parents, families, and loved ones who have supported the efforts of the journey and will need to continue to render their love and support for the road ahead. We humbly beseech you to be with each and every one of these new doctors and give unto them the patience of Job, the wisdom of Solomon, and a discerning heart to know what is always in the best interest of their patients, now and forever. Amen. Please welcome Dean Mariachi to the stage.
Please sit. This is 2021 commencement of the Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine. Honored guests, deans, faculty, and graduates, today marks the 23rd commencement of the Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine. I bid you good morning, and I thank you for joining us on this most important day. Charles Darwin is often misquoted with the dismissive statement that the strongest survive. That is not what Darwin said, and what he did say is so important in today's context. Darwin's theory actually states it is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. This year, our school, and this class in particular, are exemplars of the Darwin theory. We are here in a giant auditorium without family and friends, those who mean the most to you. This pandemic has caused them all to adapt. Your classes have been converted to Zoom lectures, which have prevented you from physical interaction with the faculty or your peers. You have successfully completed your degree through an extraordinary difficult senior year. This pandemic has caused you to adapt. Our faculty, whose job it is to impart their knowledge, wisdom, and experience to you for the benefit of your patients, have had to teach you virtually. This has been an incredibly difficult academic challenge, which has gone on for well over a year. This pandemic has caused them to adapt. To you, to our absent family and friends, and to our faculty, I offer a sincere apology for those changed conditions. However, I also extend a huge thank you to you, your missing friends, and our faculty for your collective ability to adapt to and prevail over these pandemic changes. Given these conditions, I must admit to you that I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you, of our school, and of our administration and faculty. We all assess the threat which this pandemic has presented. The single constant in our lives is the accelerating rate of change. This past year and a half has been a tangible representation of that fact. A pandemic over which none of us had any control caused catastrophic changes over an incredibly short period of time. Over a 4-month period, 22.2 million jobs were lost in the United States alone. As of today, 580,000 persons have lost their lives. Over a 6-month period, 11% of the economy has disappeared. There is an anonymous truth which states, every plan is a good one until the first shot is fired. When the pandemic arrived, it caused us to tear up our existing plans. That same moment, the creation of new plans began. Masks and social distancing were universally recommended. Physical plants were inundated with plexiglass shields. Vaccines were developed by scientists who had predicated this variant of a century-old virus. And as of this week, over 200 million persons have been vaccinated. You spent this year tearing up your own TUSPM plans and reinventing your lives. I am sorry that you had to do that, but as I said above, I am incredibly proud as I see you here today. For your resiliency and perseverance, I thank you. When the pandemic was declared, TUSPM faced a monumental set of decisions. How do we keep our students and staff safe while continuing your progress toward the degree that you will receive today? Our school, in the same manner as all other accredited schools, runs on a rhythm supported by repetitive plans. Financial plans, curricular plans, physical plant plans, clinical plans, and of course, our faculty scheduling plans. At the first shot of this pandemic, every one of our plans went out the window, and each and every department had to reinvent itself. My source of pride comes from the fact that each and every department and each and every student rewrote their plans and they adapted. If they had not, you would not be here today. So under these adverse conditions and in this restricted convocation, I am charged with imparting to you some wisdom. This is a solemn occasion, but it is also a celebration. Today marks a celebration of your victory. Today you celebrate the completion of a journey that you began 4 years ago, when without any guarantee that you would succeed, you embarked on a new professional life. Today you celebrate a victory over the mystery and anxiety that you experienced as a first-year student. Today your status as student ends and your life as doctor of podiatric medicine begins. However, just because your status as a student may end, your life as a student is just beginning. Today, on this date, you are the most highly educated and thoroughly trained doctors of podiatric medicine in the history of our profession. Tomorrow, that changes. If you wish to retain the level of competence that you have attained today, tomorrow you must become a student and remain a student for the remainder of your life. As you enter into your residencies and your practices, developments in pharmacology, medical devices, electronic record keeping, disease management, and surgical techniques will continue to affect your practice and the quality of treatment that you offer your patients. You must adapt to those changes in the same manner that you've adapted this year. Today you have a choice. You can become an agent of the changes that will arrive, or you can become a passive victim of those changes. Today, I urge you to become an agent of the change that will affect you and your life and your practice. In each and every phase of society, members of your generation are poised to assume leadership in the various chosen fields. Today, I charge you to become an active agent of that change. And how do you do that? You do that by retaining your role as a student. You do that by never becoming complacent. You avoid complacency by becoming involved in every facet of your life. You must continue to learn. You must continue to take continued medical education programs. You must either participate in or monitor clinical trials and clinical publications. You must never accept a limitation on your life, your capability, your practice, your privileges, and at most your skills. Oliver Wendell Holmes, the great Supreme Court Justice, said, "A person's mind, once stretched by a new idea, can never return to its original dimension." You must decide today that you will constantly stretch your mind. You must decide that neither your practice nor your life will ever become stale or outdated. Become a doctor that other doctors look towards in the hospital. Join and lead your hospital staffs. Join in and lead your community's effort to make a better life for others. Join in and lead the efforts of your church to make a better community. Join in and lead your children's school projects. Today, we have given you everything that we can. We have given you the finest education possible. You must know that every privilege that you will be able to practice in a hospital, every new medical and surgical technique, and every pharmaceutical application was developed by a person just like you. That person, at some point in his or her life, decided to become an agent of change rather than the victim of change. I charge you to become the next agent of change. Today, you commence your own life, and you do that as our graduate. So for this date, you will enter the career and your life as a TUSPM graduate. Today, your name will be entered into the rolls as a Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine doctor, a doctor of podiatric medicine. You join over 12,000 podiatrists who treat millions of patients in every state in this nation. Your activity, your involvement, and your energy will shape the course of this very profession. Your success will relate directly to what you decide today. Be involved in the American Podiatric Medical Association. Be involved in the Pennsylvania Podiatric Medical Association. Be involved in your hospital staff meetings. Be involved in the Temple School Alumni Association. This involvement will not only help you, but is necessary to our profession. Your involvement will spur a demand for needed podiatric services. The growth and demand of podiatric service is the keystone of our collective future. There are 12,000 men and women with your degree in this nation. While the demand for your services will continue, it must also grow. Your local involvement in your community and the profession will cause this growth. Today, you enter into a profession which offers you unlimited horizons. Those horizons are being defined by your generation, not ours. Today, I see youth changing every aspect of life that it touches. Your youth, your energy, your dedication will change and shape this new horizon. Today, become a podiatrist, become a leader, and be a man or woman of whom we at Temple will always be proud. Before I leave, I'd like to have this said in reference to a student that we lost. Before we conclude here today, I want to take a moment. I ask for your indulgence, your silence, and your support for the family of Eric Nam, a second-year rising podiatric physician who was taken from us. He fought cancer bravely, but unfortunately did not have a chance to sit for this graduation as you have today. He had the same work ethic as each of you, and he had the same dreams as each of you. But his time with us was cut short. As the Norwegian artist Edvard Munch said, "From my body, flowers shall grow, and I am in them, and that is eternity." Eric will be with us in eternity. Let us take a moment to honor his dreams by ushering your dream today. Let's have a moment of silence for Eric. I thank you, and the best of luck to this class.
Good afternoon and congratulations, class of 2021. I know you've all been briefed by Dr. Moore, but for benefit of anyone who may be watching remotely, The program order has changed since the program book was created. Improvements in the COVID situation in the city have allowed the students to be individually hooded. This was not going to be possible at first. Dr. Moore, at the last minute, rearranged the order of the ceremony. We will now call the names of those present. They will be hooded, and then the names of those not present will be called. So there will be that slight deviation. And with that, I would like to start. The first group of students will be hooded by Dr. Ziad Labad. First graduate is Dr. Samar Abdul-Doleh. Dr. Abdul-Doleh is the recipient of the Alumni Award, the Clinical Science Award, the James V. Ganley DPM Memorial Award, the Lewis Gordon and Bernice Gordon Cohen Memorial Award, the Professor Vincent A. Jablon Memorial Award, the Constantine E. Mamas DPM Moore Memorial Award, the Dr. Marjorie C. Sitkoff Memorial Award, the Benjamin and Martha Marcus Memorial Award, the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society member, and is a member of the Sterling Harford DePremio Honorary Anatomical Society. The next graduate is Dr. Victoria Adniran. The next graduate is Dr. Amir Alikhani Coupe. The next graduate is Dr. Amkram Abdullah Al-Jumal. Dr. Al-Jumal is a member of the Academy of Physicians in Wound Healing. The next graduate is Dr. Sumed Ambardar. The next graduate is Dr. Varsha Atuluru. Dr. Atuluru is a member of the Sterling Harford DePremio Honorary Anatomical Society. The next graduate is Dr. Brady Biscorner. The next graduate is Dr. Anna Maria Boracek. The next graduate is Dr. Anmol Burmi. The next graduate is Dr. Jessica Charles. Dr. Charles is the recipient of the Andrea K. Delgado, MD Memorial Award and the Dr. H. Harvey Haber Memorial Award. The next graduate is Dr. Nishu Chitella. Dr. Chitella is the recipient of the Dr. Judith Ann Dinosky Memorial Award. The next graduate is Dr. Elizabeth C. Connolly. The next graduate is Dr. Hafsa Dean. Dr. Dean is the recipient of the Clinical Podiatric Award and the Dr. H. Harvey Haber Memorial Award. The next graduate is Dr. Stetson DiMartino. The next graduate is Dr. Kevin Deep. Dr. Deep is the recipient of the J. Robert Rappaport Memorial Award. The next graduate is Dr. Isha S. Diora. The next graduate is Dr. Dara Doshi. The next graduate is Dr. Chanel Duchesne. The next graduate is Dr. Cindy Duong. Dr. Duong is a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society. The next graduate is Dr. Joseph Illouz. Dr. Illouz is the recipient of the Dr. Leonard Himes DPM Memorial Graduation Award. The next graduate is Dr. Esther Exantis. The next graduate is Dr. Casa Farishta. Dr. Farishta is a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society. The next graduate is Dr. Aizana Romania Fields-Ami. Dr. Fields-Ami is the recipient of the Dr. Judith Ann Dinosky Memorial Award. The next group of graduates will be hooded by Dr. Kwasi Kwadu. The next graduate is Dr. Melissa Fitzgerald. The next graduate is Dr. Michelle Garcia. Dr. Garcia is the recipient of the William Goldfarb Foundation Education Award, the Orthopedics Award, the Michael L. Stone DPM Outstanding Professional Conduct Award, and is a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society and the Sterling Harford de Premio Honorary Anatomical Society. The next graduate is Dr. Casey Garrity. The next graduate is Dr. Alexander Gilroy. The next graduate is Dr. Dion Guduru. The next graduate is Dr. Arden Harada. Dr. Harada is a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society. The next graduate is Dr. Kurt Henley. Dr. Henley is the recipient of the Ruth Hess Memorial Award and is a member of the Sterling Harford de Premio Honorary Anatomical Society. The next graduate is Dr. Molly Ichikawa. Dr. Ichikawa is the recipient of the Paul R. Quintavalli Senior DPM Memorial Faculty Award. The next graduate is Dr. Colin Calabanca. The next graduate is Dr. Bianca Ronnie Kormakar. The next graduate is Dr. Brandon Kellerman. Dr. Kellerman was the recipient of the Sports Medicine Award and the Mark A. Carpo DPM Memorial Graduation Award. The next graduate is Dr. Noah Kirshner. Dr. Kirshner is the recipient of the William Goldfarb Foundation Award.
Dr. Akil Korapati. Dr. Edward Kwan. Dr. Lindsay LaSavage. Dr. LaSavage is the recipient of the Timothy Holbrook Memorial Award of Excellence and a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society member. Dr. Hu Sang Lee. Dr. Emily Lobos. Dr. Maylee Machado. Dr. Machado is the recipient of the Edwin J. and Helen L. K. Graduation Award. Dr. Ryan Casey McGowan. Dr. Danielle Larissa Morris. Dr. Marissa Mosier. Dr. Nicole Mosley. Dr. Victoria Marie Nolte. Dr. Rachel Novick. Dr. Novick is a recipient of the ABPM Graduate Merit Award, a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society, and the Sterling Hartford de Premio Honorary and Anatomical Society member. Our next group of students will be hooded by Dr. James McGuire. Dr. Sean J. Novoselski. Dr. Novoselski is a recipient of the School of Podiatric Medicine Alumni Association Scholarship Award. Dr. Neil Patel. Dr. Hoa Fun. Dr. Ali Quadri. Dr. Grant Michael Schindler. Dr. Schindler is the recipient of the Dr. Stanley David Award. Dr. Shivani Sheth. Dr. J. Paul Singh. Dr. Jessica Singh. Dr. Brooke Smith. Dr. Samuel Alexander Strauss. Dr. Strauss is a member of the Sterling Hartford de Premio Honorary Anatomical Society. Dr. Ivan John Suarez. Dr. Judy Tan. Dr. Avery Thompson. Dr. Thompson is a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society and the Sterling Hartford de Premio Honorary Anatomical Society. Dr. Weian Tian. Dr. Usmani Touri. Dr. Touri is the recipient of the Andrea K. Delgado, MD Memorial Award. Dr. Jackson Towers. Dr. Towers is the recipient of the Dr. David Lebovith Award. Dr. Krishna Nailin Trembaja. Dr. Rebecca Varney. Dr. Varney is the recipient of the Frank H. Rubin DPM Class of 43 Memorial Award and is a member of the Pi Delta National Podiatric Honor Society. Dr. Venkata Sai Vemula. Dr. Tyler J. Verdoni. Dr. Timothy Lam Vo. Dr. Raya Vyas. Dr. Jacqueline Wessinger. Dr. Ben Lay. The following graduates were unable to join us today: Dr. Suja Abbas, Dr. Talia Morgan Brown, Dr. Ryan Thomas Callahan, Dr. Fahad Hussein, Dr. Fee H. Wynn, Dr. Vanny H. Wynn, Dr. Pamela Janice Kennedy, Dr. Shivani Kotwal, Dr. Andrew Johei Lam, Dr. Sohail Majid, Dr. Shanika McCrae, Dr. Robert Middleton, Dr. Miriam Niktash, Dr. Mai Pham, Dr. Crystal Smith, Dr. Chirag Soni, and Dr. Sarah Wilmot.
Will the new doctors of podiatric medicine please stand? Please turn to page 3 and recite with me a variation of the Declaration of Geneva. At the time of being admitted as a member of the podiatric medical profession, I solemnly pledge myself to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give to my teachers the respect and gratitude which is their due. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity. The health of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the secrets which are confided in me. I will maintain by all means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of the podiatric medical profession. My colleagues will be my brothers and sisters. I will not permit considerations of religion, nationality, race, and party politics or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life, even under threat. I will not use my medical knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity. I will make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. If I keep this oath, may I receive divine guidance in the practice of my art. Thank you. You can now be seated. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of the class of 2021, Molly Ichikawa.
Hello, everyone. My name is Molly Ichikawa, and it has been my honor to be the class president of this wonderful group of amazingly unique people in front of me that are graduating with me today. Good morning to all the friends and family that are watching online. I wish you all could have been here with us, but thank you so much for being with us over the past few years when it really mattered. Your support and encouragement have meant a lot, and I know I'm not the only one who has called my mom both crying with frustration after an exam, but also jumping for joy after giving my first injection. On behalf of my class, I'd also like to thank this remarkable group of faculty sitting behind me. We obviously couldn't have gotten far without all of you. Not only have you taught us so much about this profession we are joining, but you have supported us through the toughest of battles, including this crazy pandemic, as well as deaths in the Temple family. Thank you for your comfort and understanding as we mourned Eric, who brought so much joy to our community and was such a bright light to us all. And to my class, it has been a joy to experience these past 4 years with you all. I don't think it's a secret to anyone that I'm a West Coast girl in my heart. West Coast, Best Coast, Emily. But I will look back on these past 4 years with incredible memories of celebrations at IBG, bonding with my clinic group, and that Zoom chat during vascular lectures. I am so proud to be a part of this Tuskbum family. So after spending many hours thinking about this transition we are going through, I've come to the conclusion that our journey parallels the classic Cinderella. I'd like you all to close your eyes for a minute and join me in picturing our fearless SGA leader, Dr. Noah Kirshner. Like all of us, he has spent the last 4 years on his hands and knees studying hard, scrubbing that cinder-filled hearth. But he has finally been given a pretty ball gown, glass slippers that obviously pass all the shoe tests, and a DPM degree from his fairy godmother. This next month and a half are his night at the palace, dancing the night away. But midnight will come as soon as you start residency at Bryn Mawr, and he'll go back to working his tail off. But Noah, just remember that your happily ever after will come when they see that that slipper fits your foot. We will all graduate residency in no time and be out on our own. These next few years will require a lot of hard work, but this time in our lives only happens once, so learn as much as you can and enjoy the process. I know you all will continue to make Temple proud, and I wish you the best as we part ways for now. So in the words of my buddy Winnie the Pooh, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Congratulations, and carry on for podiatry.
Congratulations. Please stand and recite with me. Variation of the prayer of Maimonides. Thy eternal providence has appointed me to watch over the life and health of thy creatures. May the love of my art actuate me at all times. May neither avarice nor thirst for glory or for a great reputation engage my mind, for the enemies of truth and philanthropy could easily deceive me and make me forgetful of my lofty aim of doing good to thy children. May I never see in my patient anything but a fellow creature in pain. Grant me strength, time, and opportunity always to correct what I have acquired, always to extend its domain, for knowledge is immense, and the spirit of man can extend indefinitely to enrich itself daily with new requirements. Let me discover today my errors of yesterday, and may tomorrow shed new light on what I think myself sure of today. O God, thou hast appointed me to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. Here am I ready for my vocation, and now I turn unto my calling.
This concludes the Class of 2021 diploma ceremony. Congratulations and good fortune to all. Thank you.